Hey. Happy Friday. Hey. Welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad, and this is a story time. Bling, bling. Yeah, that's my jam. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to be back in the saddle after a much needed day of mental health. So, yes, I'm back, and I'm going to get into why it was that I was out of commission for yesterday's show. But first, we've got to cover the stories that we're going to cover today in a little segment that I like to call Stories of the Day. Stories of the Day. The United States has re-entered the Paris Climate Accord, and not a minute too soon. AOC and Beto O'Rourke raised a whopping $2 million for Texas and helped out the elderly. Governor Cuomo is under fire for his handling of the COVID crisis. Healthcare is on my nerves, and that was part of the reason I was out yesterday. And that last segment that for some reason is missing deals with the guy whose face has been in the news more than anybody would care to ever see, the ridiculous Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, why is anybody even paying attention to this dude? He seems to make one bad decision after another. Oh, I see we got a birthday in the house. Teresa. It's Teresa's birthday. Happy birthday. But America is doing a collective, what the fuck, with Ted Cruz, because he keeps making one bad decision after another, and he is still unbelievably in the Senate. Let's go back to 2016. This was after Donald Trump fled Cruz's wife and father. What did he do? Did he kick his ass? Nah, not fled Cruz. Nope. He went to campaign for him. And dude, and the country collectively said, dude, what the fuck? Let's fast forward to a month ago when Ted Cruz, I guess, was trying to earn some brownie points with the insider-in-chief and decided to hold his own little insurrection rally with the words, let us not go quietly into the night. And again, and to make matters worse, what did he do? He compounded that with this disastrous mullet haircut. He just keeps making bad decision after bad decision. And then in the midst of one of Texas's worst, if not the worst, winter storm ever that left millions without power, freezing and boiling water, what does he do? He says, oh, let's take a trip to Cancun. No one will notice. No one will ever know. And he decided to leave the pup, Snowflake, ironically named Snowflake. He left Snowflake at home in that freezing cold house that was too cold for them. And the rest of America is like, nah, dude, really? And then he's like, you know what? On second thought, I'm just going to head on back to Texas. That was my plan all along. No, it wasn't. And Ted Cruz perpetually has this expression on his face that you see his mouth and he's smiling, but if you look at the eyes, you can see the pain. He's like, someone, please help me stop hurting myself. That's it, folks. Ted Cruz. So he is today's you raggedy bitch. And don't worry, I got a lot more shit to say about that jackass. But first things first, I did get new glasses. Yes, these are the ones you guys helped me pick that night. It was great fun. I loved it so much. I think they look pretty good, I think. Yeah. Excuse me. But so yesterday, as you saw, I posted a tweet saying, this is one of these days I need some time off. So those of you who are familiar with the show know that, and before I forget, here's a little subscribe button right there. Please be so kind as to tap that button and also hit the like button as well. I got more good stuff for you coming up. But those of you who are familiar with the show know that Brooklyn Dad has been dealing with aches and pains. I'm only 52. Sometimes I feel like I'm 82. I got pain in the back. I got pain in the shoulder. And so about a month ago, I started going to physical therapy sessions to deal primarily with the shoulder pain. And I never like going to the doctor. I don't like going to the hospital. I don't like it. Why? Because healthcare, because health insurance, and you're paying money, right, for coverage. You're paying money so that you don't get hit a month or two later with a surprise bill that's like astronomical compared to the services that were rendered at the hospital. I remember about 3 or 4 years ago, I went to the emergency room because my foot was very sore. I had really bad athlete's foot. This had gotten really bad to the point where my foot was in pain. So I went to the doctor. I went to the emergency room. Oh, don't go to the emergency room, yo. Don't go. They gave me some cream. They gave me some gauze. And they gave me a slipper. And they charged me $1,000 for that shit. $1,000. Fast forward to yesterday, or actually, let's say a month ago, my first visit to this physical therapy place. I asked him at the front desk, how much is this going to cost me? That's a pretty basic question. How much? Right? I'm not rolling like that, like whatever it costs. Fix my shoulder. Money be damned. Who cares about my No, I gotta ask, how much is this shit gonna cost me? Because I'll just walk around out there perpetually in pain, and that's it. And it's a shame that that is the state of healthcare in America, where you have to decide, how much pain can I deal with based on what's in my bank account. That's it. That's it. So they gave me a number to the billing department. So I call up the billing department, and they charge me $45. That's my copay. So, oh, okay, great. Great, 45 bucks. Hmm. I went to about 6 or 7 sessions, and then earlier this week, yesterday, I get a bill for $1,700. I find out that I am owing these crooks $1,700. For what? Apparently, they're charging me $105 for 15 minutes, for each 15 minutes of a 1 hour session. And that's bullshit. And, so I'm furious. I'm livid with these people. And they say, well, when you originally scheduled the appointment, they said that we told you that you're supposed to check with your insurance company. And here's what the insurance companies and the hospitals do. This is what they do. You call the insurance company, they say check with your medical provider. When you check with your medical provider, they tell you to go check with your insurance company. It is all a freaking scam. It's a scam. And I know on some level, this shit makes sense to somebody, but it doesn't make any goddamn sense to me at all. And I hope that on Joe Biden's list of priorities, that he sets this shit straight. No more of these phantom bills that come out of left field 2 months after you got the service and you've already paid. And you're like, oh yeah, you owe us another $1,000. For what? This is the money that you didn't give us before. For what? Because you were here, but I've already paid you guys. Well, no, the insurance, done with that shit. So done. So I was literally too upset to put any kind of a show together. Phew! So, before we roll right on into the rest of the content for the show, let us do one of my favorite news segments called A Timeline Cleanse. Timeline cleanse. Yes. I figure I've got to get the nasty taste off of your visual palates of Ted Cruz and your audio palette dealing with this healthcare nonsense. So, I see a lot of comments saying your insurance should pay for that. Yeah, it should, but they don't. So, first up, I bet you guys did not know that foxes can laugh. Foxes. I didn't know myself until yesterday when I found this gem. I almost want one. So, this is great. What does the fox say? Adorable. I had to share that with you guys because that is just make me smile. For the next piece, I had kind of gotten away from following sports over the past several years. I used to be an avid sports fan. Football, baseball, and basketball, probably in that order. Basketball is last because I'm a Knicks fan. Other Knicks fans will get that reference. It's painful to watch basketball. Um, some people take their basketball and their sports very seriously. They're really serious about this stuff. And don't tell them it's just a game. They don't want to hear that it's just a game. There's so much on the line. But I'm happy to be at the point now where we have an adult in the White House where we can actually start taking a peek back at that stuff that used to matter. Hmm? So I bring you a game, an epic game of mini basketball. You can tell this is serious by the music. Look at the move. That girl in the hijab is awesome. Look at that. Sick. These moves, though. Beautiful. Beautiful. The form. Check this out. Buzzer beater. Ping! It's fantastic. I love it. All right. Let me take a break from the show right now so I can say hello to my peeps who have showed up. And let's do that thing, the thing we do. It's called a roll call. Show me where you're coming from. Show me where you are at. Let's go. Let's do this. Hey, we got Bonita is first up from Columbus, Georgia. Welcome, Bonita. And Olivia in Seattle. Patty Duke for life from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And Kat from Michigan is here. I think I see Monique from the DMV. We got Samantha from the Bronx. Sarah with water back on in Texas. Ding, ding, ding. Wait a minute. Do I have this here? Ka-ching. Yeah, ka-ching. That's money. Yeah. Laurie B from Rowley, Massachusetts is here. A. Crawford, my wife. Oh, that's Punxsutawney Mode talking to Amanda. Tina G from Albuquerque is here. And Karen Purdy from Newton Falls, Ohio. There she is. Chrissy from Connecticut. Valerie from Staten Island. Fox Hill Dreams from Aiken, South Kakalaki. And let's see, we got Roger Gray from Maine, Michael from Fort Myers, Florida, Star Shoemate from Columbus, Ohio, Synthfan23 from Orlando, Amanda in Arkansas, Shibi from Chicago. Let's see, Gavin says hi from Iran. Iran, am I pronouncing that right? Iran? There we go. Deborah B from, that's also known as Wildflower from Snowy Woodstock. And Julian Goutier from the Central Coast, California. Glad you're back. I am glad I'm back too, because I missed you guys yesterday. Midas Cat from Campbellsville, Kentucky. That's right. Marty from Calgary. Anita in Ohio. That's Columbus, Ohio. Kathy Murphy is still stuck in Connecticut. Janet is also in Connecticut. That's CT. Teresa B is a Panthers fan. She loves hockey. Bernadette in Phoenix, Arizona. Happy Friday from Allison in Raleigh, North Kakalaki. Asmila J in Houston with power and water. Wait. Where's my... Hang on. There we go. Stacy in Indiana. Let's see. Stella Baxter from NYC. Excuse me. Nurse Mitch from Glen Burnie, Maryland. Jojo from Winnebago. Jenna from Richmond, Virginia. Oni Yuri is here. That's Sandra in Paramount, California. Kathleen Cross from Boothwyn, Pennsylvania. Jim Rubin from Richmond, Virginia. What's up, Jim? Jim is on Periscope, as is Leah Razuri from Bastrop, Texas. What's up, Leah? Jasmine Lacey from Eagle River, Alaska. Lisa Hathaway from Morgantown, West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. Thank you very much. Stephanie from Spring Hill, Florida, snuggling the new grandbaby. Oh. Catherine from Manchester, England. We Are the Defiant from Long Beach, California. Michelle in Berlin, CT is here. The Trump Reaper is in cuckoo weather, Long Beach, California. Stacy in SoCal, still enjoying Cruz being dragged. Fun fact, Cruz being dragged is now officially a national pastime. People from both parties enjoy it equally. Paula Freitas from Madeira Island, Portugal. Kathy is stuck in Arkansas. Patty from Thawing, Gainesville, Texas. Audrey U2 from Brooklyn, of course. Sony in Central California. Gina P. from New Jersey. Solid Blue Sister is enjoying her 59th birthday in Southern California. Happy birthday, Solid Blue. Mickey, that's Wojo Mom from Rochester, New York. Mike from Lynchburg, Virginia. Jen from Fort Lauderdale. Charlene wants to know, are we in 3 formats? No, we're in 2. Well, technically, it actually is also on Twitter, but you can only interact with me on 2 formats. That's YouTube and Periscope. Punxsutawney Mo is hoping for warmer weather. You and me both, my friend. Mark from Alabama. Pasta D from Richmond Hill, Georgia, where it's 60 degrees. Show off. Lucy from Orange County, California. C from Kansas City. Cecile from Grapevine, Texas. Sudi Q from Centennial, Colorado. Diaper Dawn is gone from Texas, a.k.a. Trump Valley. Roger from Farmington, Maine. Lee from Leeds, UK says, hi, everyone. Hello. Sherry Berry out in Boston tonight. Victorina in Pahrump, Nevada. Martin from Phoenix. Charlene from Virginia. Brenda from Vancouver Island. Hilda in San Diego. Shari from the heart of Cajun country, Louisiana. Cha-Cha from Seattle. Rob from Durango, Colorado. There's my buddy Wilbur. Woo, woo. That's our dog lover buddy. What's up, Wilbur? Caroline from Boston, Massachusetts. Sylvia Correa from Madeira Island, Portugal. There's Wilbur again from Martinez, Georgia. And Wild Wise Witch from St. Augustine. That's a nice one. Teresa B. from Boca Raton. Sassy in Minnesota. Peter is a boss from Colorado. Mache from Vancouver, Washington. Lisa Straw sending some love from Jupiter, Florida. Andrew from Atlanta, Georgia. Linda, formerly from the Bronx, now in South Kakalaki. Johnny from Wisconsin. Teresa from MISSI PPI. That's Mississippi. Let's see. We got a lot of birthday wishes for our Solid Blue sister. Michelle is checking in from Matthews, North Kakalaki. Tracy in Atlanta. Let's see. Ooh, yes, it is great news that Texas is getting back to normal. I'm happy to see it. And we're going to touch on something that AOC and Beto O'Rourke combined. They teamed up like the Wonder Twin powers to make some nice things happen. Lisa from Santa Rosa, California is with us. And Snow Pirate says, I need your hoodie. I am not wearing a hoodie. Perhaps you're referring to the one on BrooklynDadDefiant.com. I got some cool. Oh yeah, I just made a new one. It's got this logo on it right here. It's pretty slick, and it's got the initials BDD, for Brooklyn Dad Defiant. Yeah, that's a new hoodie on the site now. These are fat. They're fire. Let's see. Wow, you got a lot of greetings there, Solid Blue Sister. They love you. They really do. Yes, let's see. And let's see. There's Lori from Florida, Ms. Nick from the DMV, Jamie from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. She's late, but she's here. Deavante from South Kakalaki is here. And Rob Bates from Durango, Colorado says, is Cubert's district. Oh, man, get her out of here. Megan Evans says, hello from Brisbane, Australia. Good day, mate. Ben Carlazzo, happy Friday. Back at you, my friend. 2M going to Texas. Abdel from Miramar, Florida. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me during that roll call. So let's get started with our first topic of the day. Excuse me. We have the Paris Climate Accord. Officially today, the United States has rejoined the Paris Climate Accord, which Donald Trump, the former guy, took us out of. Now, that's because Donald Trump doesn't believe in climate change, and a lot of people on the right don't believe in climate change, but just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it ain't happening, and it is happening big time. People have called this a national security threat. Sylvia Correa points out Biden fixed a mistake. Yes, he did. And I hope he continues with that. I saw a statement earlier today, I believe it was from John Kerry, who said we have 9 years to avoid a climate catastrophe. Now, that's a very short time frame. That's the year 2030. I think we're already kind of behind the 8 ball. I can't even imagine what happens when they say climate catastrophe. In my head, I'm imagining coastal cities are being flooded. I'm imagining a lot of sickness and death, drought, starvation. So yeah, that sounds like a climate crisis, a catastrophic climate crisis to me. Asmila J points out that my elbow points are being counted today. They're being counted every day. Joe Biden said this today. He made a speech and he said, we can no longer delay or do the bare minimum to address climate change. This is a global existential crisis, and all of us will suffer if we fail. He told European leaders this at a Munich security conference by video earlier today. He says, we're back. That's right. America is back. And, Donald Trump used to love saying, they're all laughing at us. And actually, they weren't laughing at us at all until you stepped into the Oval Office. And then it was nonstop laughter. So, as I mentioned before, AOC and Beto O'Rourke, they both proved that party affiliation does not matter when the lives of Americans are at stake. These two combined to raise $2 million and perform 784,000 wellness checks. Big thanks to the volunteers who made over 784,000 phone calls to senior citizens in Texas today. You help connect them with food and water, etc. Here's AOC saying, "Wow, we officially raised 1 million for Texas relief at 9:17 p.m." That was as of last night. As of today, it is now $2 million. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's major money. And I'll tell you this, people are donating from all over America. It's not just the coastal cities, it's uh, donations from rural America, from the north, from the south, east, and west. This is the America that I love. This is the America that comes together in times of crisis. I remember every single major natural disaster that we've seen. You've got people sending food, people sending supplies like blankets and stuff like that, money, blood, all of these things. I don't know about blood in this instance, but in previous disasters, yeah, people are donating blood. They're donating whatever they can to help out. And this is just amazing. And of course, our leader, our president, he does not address that Texas is a red state. He doesn't talk about red states and blue states. He approved federal aid to Texas. And here's what I love. Joe Biden said, "I'll visit, right? But I'm going to wait until I'm not a burden. I'm not in the way." Imagine that. Imagine having the decency to not be concerned with a photo opportunity, to not want to put anybody in danger's way. He's like, "Hey, you guys take care of what you're going to do, I don't want to be in the way. I don't want to take resources away from emergency services to just do a stupid photo op. I'm going to come down there and survey the scene when it's safe to do so." That is a real president. Trump didn't care about that shit. He would go whenever he felt he could fit it in between his golf outings and his tweets. That's what's up. So, Beto O'Rourke, Texas, I'm talking to, well, I know Asmila J and your boy Ken and a bunch of other folks. They're living in Texas right now. Number one, I'm glad that you guys have your water and your power back. And number two, I know that you guys voted for Joe. But the rest of Texas, how the hell do you keep reelecting a guy like Ted Cruz? Geez, you could have had Beto. You could have had Beto. Beto didn't take a plane to Cancun. Nah, he was concerned about the lives of the elderly. Yeah. Oh well. Excuse me. That's for number 4, right? This is my 4th elbow point. All right, moving right along. Damning reports have been swirling around Andrew Cuomo of late, and you may or may not even be aware of them because they haven't been getting a ton of coverage. And I myself, I kind of sidestepped this report for a while. Look, you see this woman here on the left in the red? Her name is Melissa DeRosa, and she is a top aide. Look at that judgmental look. She is looking very judgmentally at Andrew Cuomo, whom she blew the whistle on for. Oh, okay, that look is not as judgmental. She's got a slight smile there. But she said that the reports of COVID-19 deaths coming out of New York nursing homes may have been underreported, and that the Governor Governor Cuomo was looking to delay the release of those reports. And that's bad. And then even New York Attorney General Letitia James had her own investigative report, and it indicated that, yes, the Cuomo administration did underreport those deaths by as much as 50%. Holy shit, that is awful. That is awful. It's awful for a number of reasons. It shows that, maybe Governor Cuomo was not as effective at dealing with the COVID crisis as many people originally thought. It also showed that he was being calculating, like politically calculating with the release of true data. Now he's up for re-election in 2022. And originally it looked like that was going to be a cakewalk for him. Jen Staley is asking why did he do that? So he attempted to respond to the swirling storm of criticism, and he was basically saying, look, if he released data to the legislature, to the state legislature, and to the DOJ, because the DOJ was also conducting its own investigation, he wanted to make sure that he was releasing the same data to both agencies. And frankly, dude, it's data. It's not going to change depending on who you send it to. It's not going to change. So that excuse is kind of weak sauce, and I don't like it. I don't like it because I remember those early days in the pandemic when we were all kind of watching Andrew Cuomo with admiration. We're like, look, we have a vacuum of leadership right now. There's a void of leadership, and this dude stepped into the role. Mature, responsible, seemingly transparent, but obviously we learn now it was a lot less transparent than we thought. So with all that said, do I think he should resign? I don't know. Let me ask Al Franken. Hey, Al, do you think Andrew Cuomo should resign for this? No? You don't want him to make the same mistake that you made? Yeah, no, I don't think he should resign. I don't think you throw out the baby with the bathwater. Did he screw the pooch on this? Did he shit the bed on this? Yes, he did. He most certainly did. But on other things, he's still I believe he's highly competent. And also, let me just dig into my bag of whataboutism. Okay? Here is a perfect example where whataboutism is accurate. Actually, it's valid. Whataboutism. Whataboutism is the practice of saying, well, you want to point finger at him. Well, what about people like Greg Abbott? What about people like Ron DeSantis? What about people like Kristi Noem? There's a ton of governors in the United States that are horrible. Paula Freitas says, what if it isn't true? Yeah, I am torn. I'm torn at this because I want truth. I want leaders that I can trust. I do. And I am leaning towards wanting to give Andrew Cuomo the benefit of the doubt, but I also don't want to be taken for a sucker. I don't. If it's bad, dude, own it. Own it and trust the voters to vote accordingly. 2022 is next year. It's coming up fast. So you better get in front of this shit. Get in front of it and deal with whatever the hell you have to deal with, and that's that. Okay. So next up, in a slightly more positive news story, the search for life elsewhere continues. And today, the Mars rover named Perseverance successfully landed on Mars, further advancing the cause of seeking out new life and new civilizations. Live shot from Mars right here. Now let me stop. Excuse me. That's the Martian Manhunter from the Justice League. I need my Emojium Q36 space modulator. That's Marvin the Martian. Yeah, no, so these are actual shots. These are actual pictures of, from NASA. That was the rocket taking off. This is the rover being lowered down to the surface of Mars, and they had to go through like a 7-minute period of terror because they couldn't see. These are NASA officials celebrating the successful landing of the rover, and there's actual shots right there. It's pretty damn cool. It takes forever to get to Mars. It's like a very long time. I feel like it's 3 years or something, or it's either 9 months or 3 years, something like that. It takes a very long time, and it's a one-way trip. I remember a little while back, people were volunteering to be on a manned mission to Mars, the same way that dude did in that movie, The Martian. What the hell is his name? Matt Damon. And yeah, so the whole purpose of this mission is to learn whether or not life was able to exist on Mars when it was a more hospitable planet. Jen Staley is confirming that it is 7 months. Thank you, Jen. That's Jen on Periscope over there. Thank you. That's very helpful. Nicholas G says he is a libertarian. Is that okay? Sure. Why not? It's fine to be whatever you want to be, but we're talking about space, the final frontier. Yeah. So, with that said, I now bring you to that segment of the show that I like to refer to as You Raggedy Bitch. And today's raggedy bitch, he might as well join Lindsey Graham perpetually for every day.
Texas is going through horrific storms, and millions of Texans have lost power and lost heat and have been hurt. And our family was among them. We had no heat and no power. And yesterday, my daughters asked if they could take a trip with some friends, and Heidi and I agreed, so I flew down with them last night, dropped them off here, and now I'm headed back to Texas and back to continuing to work to try to get the power on. What's happening in Texas is unacceptable, and a lot of Texans are hurting.
This guy is such a joke, man. Lindsey Graham once said in 2016, he said, if you killed Ted Cruz on the floor of the Senate and the trial was in the Senate, nobody would convict you. He was joking, but was he? So that video clip we just watched, that was Ted Cruz on his way back to Texas less than 24 hours after he landed in Cancun during an historic winter storm that basically disrupted life as they know it in Texas. Water pipes bursting all over there because they froze. The water pipes froze, and the heat was knocked out, and the power was knocked out, and people can't get food from grocery stores because deliveries can't even get through. It is a shitstorm. And this dude decides to pack up and go to sunny Cancun. Well, so who even really cares that he went? Well, Yeah, people do care because the optics of that shit are as sniveling as Ted Cruz's career has been his whole life. The memes came out. The memes came out, and here's a shot showing Ted Cruz on the beach with Chris Christie. This is probably one of the most brilliant memes that arose because there was Chris Christie when his own state, the state of New Jersey, was in the midst of its own crisis where people were not allowed on the beaches, and there he is on a private beach. There you go. This one here, official statement from Ted Cruz. And this meme, you've seen this a lot, where there's Ted Cruz looking at Cancun, and meanwhile, on the guy's girlfriend is Texans freezing to death after their state's entire power grid goes down. This one was a clever one from the Lincoln Project. Says, doesn't look like Ted is going to get to hang out with his friends after all. And his friends on the beach are minions. Minions. Of all the places you had to go to Mexico. There's another one. So, how the hell does this pathetic sap of a creature manage to stay in the Senate this whole time? He's despised on both the left and the right. Despised. There's another shot of him campaigning for the guy who dissed his wife and dissed his father. No spine at all. He spends most of his time trolling, badly, mind you, on Twitter, getting into Twitter beefs with celebrities like Alyssa Milano, Seth Rogen, Ron Perlman. This one was interesting because Ron Perlman is not a dude I think that you want to mess with. I don't think you want to mess with Ron Perlman. And so he wasn't. He was inviting Ron Perlman to wrestle Jim Jordan. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Hey, you think you're such a tough guy? Why don't you wrestle my friend over here? What kind of shit is that? And he somehow survives day after day of self-owns. And to do what? What useful thing is this slug doing for his state of Texas? You know, back when Trump was still in office, he was just a ball holder, a ball handler. Look, I want to make sure you understand that you have to leave your balls on my desk, and then you have to hold mine. So, what has allowed him to survive this long in the Senate? It's not his looks, I'm sure of that. I decided what I will do is I will grow a beard to hide my hideous face. Oh, sir, Senator Cruz, that's not working. That's fine. What I will do instead is pretend to be really butch by holding a rally and telling people to do a sedition. Senator Cruz, I'll even make an appearance in a meme as that guy holding the podium. This meme was funny, actually. I just saw this one today. Sir, your butch routine is not working. I will wear a mask and cover up my hideous face with that mask. Sir, that's not working either. I will get my hair cut badly in a mullet to distract from my hideous face. Sir, that's not working at all. All right, then. I will take my whole body out of the state of Texas, out of the country of the United States, and go where no one can see my hideous face. and then I will blame it on my daughters, and I will leave their adorable puppy behind. This one was great. Sir, I have a child. This is from Titanic. What a sniffling coward, dude. How do you roll your daughters under the bus, man? Man up and take the hit for your own despicable actions. Yeah, the rest of America is looking at you like, what the faheezy, dude? Your daughters, your adorable dog. Are you trying to make people hate you? Sir, the trip to Cancun is a disaster. They're creating 1,000 memes per minute, dragging you across the entirety of the Twitterverse. Then I will take my miserable self directly back to America. and then that's when they discover, here's this tweet from Michael Hardy. It says, just drove by Ted Cruz's house in Houston. His lights are off, but a neighbor told me the block got its power back last night. Also, Ted appears to have left behind the family poodle. This is it's cascading like bad decision after bad decision. Good Lord, how does this guy continue to survive in the Senate? We're going to find out in 2022 because as you've probably seen from my Twitter feed, we are going to be hammering Ted Cruz. When I say we, I mean really American, is going to be hammering Ted Cruz nonstop. And not just Ted Cruz, but also Russian Ron Johnson from Wisconsin and every other vulnerable Republican. And at this stage, Ted Cruz's career it's easy to see. It's got to be on life support. I can't imagine even his wife wants to be in the same room as this dude anymore. Unless she has some political aspirations, that that's the only reason she's staying with them. Who knows? But Marie points out, she says, Hillary was right. They are deplorable. There's deplorable and there's pathetic. I can't even think of an adjective that is adequate to capture how pathetic this dude is. Oi, he needs to go. And the funny thing is, that's not even the worst. This whole Cancun escapade it's way less horrendous than him acquitting Trump of inciting insurrection. And he did that out of self-preservation because his ass is on the hook too. Do not go quietly into that night. Yeah, that speech. He's right there with him. That's Insurrection Ted. Ooh, Midas Cat has a good word, twat waffle. Twat waffle. That is a good one. I like it. I like it so much. All right. So let me bust out my my highly sophisticated piece of equipment. This phone. And I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. Oh shit, that didn't work. Come on, guys. Yeah, right. Boom, boom. Nope. Ah, there we go. All right, let's see. Is this number 5? Okay. So I did that because I need better light. But before I move on to the story time part of the show, I wanted to bounce something off you guys that Brooklyn Dad is considering. I'm considering doing a promotion, and I want to get your feedback, your honest feedback on this. I'm considering doing a promotion where if I can grow this YouTube account to, let's say, 10,000 followers by the end of March. So I'm going to give myself an entire month to go from where I am now, it's just a little bit over 2,000 subscribers, from where I am now to 10,000 subscribers by the end of March. And if I hit that, I'll shave off the beard in its entirety, the whole beard, no stubble, no residue, just all off. Off. And then I had another idea too. Is it 6 elbow points already? Damn, I missed one. Now, if I hit 20 by the end of March, I'm not looking forward to this one at all. I'm not. But if I hit 20 by the end of March, I will take off the beard and the mustache. I'm going to say this. I have not seen my own face without a mustache in over 20 years. In over 20. Wait, Petty Deb AZ says, shut the hell up. Mary Cat says, no. Punxsutawney Mo says, face nakedness. Karen Purdy says, what's wifey going to say about that? She's not looking forward to it. She's not. But, she supports me. I want to see what, look, the content is not going to change, beard or no beard. All right. It's still, Johanna Beatty says it's trademark. It kind of is part of my brand. Fox Hill Dreams says, no, not a bald face. Lucy says, absolutely not both. Hey, here's another one. Yikes. It's Ellen says, its hair will grow back. Resistor Sister says, keep the mustache. These comments are funny. So here's the other thing I thought I would do, right? If it comes down to it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I want to get the word out for this show, right? So does wifey know? Yeah, of course, she watches my show every day. Of course, I had to clear it with wifey first. And yes, Brenda wants to know, Brenda is on Periscope. She wants to know, will you do it live? And yes, I will do it live. I will shave this beard live on this show. Yeah. 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 I think it's a fun challenge. I don't know. And yeah, look, nobody is more attached to the beard. Jill Russell says, it's literally your logo. It is. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll be a fun challenge. So we shall see what happens. Linda Taylor says, mustaches is so yesterday. Actually, so that is what I am most afraid of. Like I said, it's been over 20 years since I've seen this face without facial hair. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, guys, it is now time. What am I saying? It's Friday. For the littlest president. The littlest president is available on BrooklynDadDefiant.com. It's also available on Amazon.com. If you want to get it on Amazon.com, that's okay. But if you get it on the BrooklynDadDefiant.com, then you get this beautiful swooshy signature.
Hooray!
Yes, it's so beautiful. The kids all love it because it's swooshy, man. It's swooshy. And it has the blue text that says, Hui Juan. And once again, damn it, guys, I missed an opportunity when I was telling you guys about shaving off my entire beard. I should have gone. Yeah. So, anyway, The Littlest President is starring. Wait, how am I going to do this? There we go. President Barack Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton, Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Joseph R. Biden, and the R stands for ready to kick that ass. Whew. Bladder bear pooping, holding the puppet strings on Spanky McDumbass. Complicit Barbie. Rudy Giuliani. Gummy McJuicebox. Kellyanne Conjob. Stephen the Snake Miller. And Mitch McTurtle McConnell. Natalie says, driving in the snow, can't ride anymore. Hey, to not operate a motor vehicle and use any device of any kind, you must be hands-free. You must not text and drive. You guys know the deal. You know the dealio. Don't do it. Be safe. This show is nothing. Your life is everything. Okay? Now, it's time for our favorite page because this is Spanky McDumbass. Spanky McDumbass is sad. He used to be rich. He used to be a businessman. He used to be a TV star. He used to be the littlest president. But now Spanky McDumbass is in jail. How did he get here? Let's go back. Yes, let us go back, shall we? Excuse me. I don't think I've ever hit 10 elbow points in one show. What am I at now? Is that 8? I don't know. But I promise you this. LN is saying, don't do it. Look, I promise you guys this, right? If that should happen, and then that is a very big if, 10,000 followers in 1 month, subscribers, that would be ridiculous. I can't even imagine that. But if it happens, I got some shit planned that is going to knock your socks off. I guarantee. Guarantee it. I guarantee. All right. Then Spanky decided that he wanted to become president. He decided that there were just enough hateful people in America to follow him. And when he announced he was running for president, he told people he would build a big, beautiful wall to keep Mexicans out of America and that Mexico would pay for it. He said they were sending murderers, rapists, and other criminals. And horrible, hateful people cheered. Spanky was a fascist demagogue. So Amanda is saying, how about you dye your beard instead of shaving it? No, I did that actually one time about 10 years ago, and I didn't like it. I'll never do that again. It didn't look natural. Um, Nick Gertz says, "What will you shave for 50,000?" Nothing. What do I have left? Just this thing on top of my hair, the little bit of hair on my head. No, that's it. I'm cutting it at 20,000 for the whole mustache and the beard. It's probably not going to happen anyway. But if it does, I'll do it. I'll do it live right here. I'm telling you. Anyway, you guys saw this page, right? That was the golden escalator page that brought this horrible person into the White House. So Spanky went around the country saying the nastiest things about a great many people. He demeaned Senator John McCain, saying he wasn't a hero because he was captured. And still, somehow, the Republican Party nominated him. He mocked a disabled reporter, making spastic movements with his little arms. He even insulted the wife and father of a cowardly senator. Spanky was horrible, but his supporters were even worse. And the only reason I read these pages today is because it features that cowardly senator we spent some time talking about today, Cruz. I think Cruz is hilarious. One of my tweets had replied on one of my tweets and said Cruz, and that shit hit me in my funny bone hard. All right. Wilbur says, I used that Just for Men stuff and my hair turned purple after Dog lover over here. Wilbur says his hair turned purple after using Just for Men. That was what I used. I used Just for Men. And look, my beard has been going gray for at least, I want to say maybe 15 years. 15. You know, it wasn't this gray 15 years ago, but there was some gray in it. And I liked it. You know, I liked the gray. But I was just, I'm just curious. They make these things just for men, so I'm a man. Let me try it. And I tried it and I didn't like it. So there you go. There you go. Let's see. Cindy says, have you warned Periscope peeps that, oh yeah, that's a good reminder. Oh, wait, you're saying it shuts down on 3/1. I think it's 3. I thought it was March 31st. I could be wrong. But let me make that announcement anyway, in case you guys didn't know. If you're already using Periscope, you should know that Periscope is no longer going to be available on March 31st, 2021. And that is the whole reason I moved this show from Periscope to YouTube. And, in retrospect, I'm glad that I did it because YouTube, doing this show, producing this show on YouTube, it allows me to do some things that I wasn't able to do with my Periscope show, like that's two. Oh my Lord. Yeah, and other fun things I can do. So what was that? So thank you, Cindy, for that reminder. And I would also like to remind you guys to please hit that thumbs up like button in YouTube. And just jumping back for a second to what Cindy was saying, probably be a good idea for you guys just to go ahead and bite the bullet. Join me here in YouTube. The water's fine. It's nice. Natalie says, so mad you missed the show, but yeah, you can always catch it on the replay. It will replay, and it's just as good rewatching it. Sometimes I watch my own show. True. Fun fact, because I like to see, what you guys are seeing and see what can I do better for you guys. Guys, this show is in development. I'm changing things up. I'm trying to do things just to, I like my news I you know, with a little bit of humor, right? With a little bit of real talk and a little bit laid back, and that's my thing. Cindy says 50K would be a live waxing of my back by wifey. That would be boring because my back is hair. I think it's hairless. There's not enough hair for that to even be worthwhile doing. Uh, Cindy in Alaska says, shave your beard and you need to leave. Yeah, yeah. Salad Blue Sister says, BDD, I feel for the heinous acts towards Asian Americans, but let's not forget some of the blatant racism towards African Americans. People in Southern Cali have not forgotten Latasha Harlins. I not familiar with Latasha Harlins. If that's the woman that I saw being accosted by a group of white supremacists, then yeah, that was terrible. That, if that's what you're referring to, but Latasha Harlins is not ringing a bell for me. There's so many different instances. Racism itself is bad, yeah. For African Americans, definitely, because that's been an ongoing thing. For other races, it spikes against Asians, against Latinos, against Muslim Americans, and that's not really race, that's religion, but it's the same kind of bigoted attack. Those are horrible because you're attacking people who belong to a smaller demographic group because they are not like you, and that's disgusting. And hopefully Joe Biden being in the White House and saying that shit is not going to play in my administration. You're not going to get a slap on the wrist. And that is the tone he is bringing to this discussion. So I like where it's going. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Petty Deb from Arizona asks, what is your middle name? That's a fun fact. I don't often discuss. So whenever I write my name out, it's always Majid M. Padelin. The M is for Mikal, Mikal. And Mikal is Indonesian for Michael. So when I was born, my father originally wanted to name me Michael David, right? But my mom was like, nah, nope. She wanted me to have an ethnic name, a name that ties me to my background. And I'm so grateful that she did that because it's a very interesting name that I have. But she did concede somewhat to my dad because he wanted Michael David. She says, okay, I'll give you Mikal. Mikal is Indonesian for Michael, and that's where my father's father is from, is Indonesia. So, fun fact. And here's another fun fact. I'm just looking at the time here, and my time have expired. So, guys, I want to thank you again for another wonderful episode of Storytime with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad. So I saw a trailer on Twitter for this new movie that's coming out on Disney. That's actually streaming on Disney tonight. It's about like a squirrel that has superpowers, and that's my jam. You when you say superhero or superpower, I am your automatic audience. So that's what I'd like to see. I'll check with wifey. We did earlier today. We watched WandaVision episode 7. It was chef's kiss. I just don't like how they are dragging this thing out so damn slowly. I wish they would dump all the episodes all at once so I could binge watch all in one sitting, but then they don't get, buzz over weeks and weeks and weeks, and that's their marketing strategy. Whatever. So yeah, I think I'll be watching a superhero squirrel tonight. And it is Friday night, so it's pizza and movie night. And that's it, guys. So I would like to say that if you're going to go out this weekend, please drive safely. Please dress warmly. Make sure you wear your masks too. Wear your gloves. Keep your social distance 6 feet or better. And have a lovely, relaxing weekend. I will see you guys here Monday, same time, same place. I love you all. Peace. Too real as it gets wanted to know, how old are you, BDD? I'm 52, turning 53 in April. Hey! Laurie Rosenberg is saying YouTube won't let her chat. I'm not sure why. You shouldn't have a problem with the chatting. You guys are asking, how do you promote me? You can share this video on Twitter, I suppose. Peter is a boss is getting used to the YouTube. Me too. Nick Gertz says, no trolls tonight, amen. That's good news, because I don't have a moderator on Periscope. Hey! What? Hey! Hey! Trump Reaper says Harlan's was a kid who got shot by a Korean grocer. Okay. I don't remember that. Asmila J says racists need to leave. You need to leave. Hey, please remember to like this broadcast.